hope you can watch me in the musical. Promise? Toodles!
Toodles.
Where do you draw the line between affection and clinginess? What happens when caring turns into needing validation and someone else's actions start to dictate your mood? I've been there, and it doesn't feel good. Welcome to Tiara's Advice Files, a new series on this channel where you ask for advice and I try my best to give it. If you're new here, my name's Tiara, and my channel is for people that want to work on self-growth and have fun doing it. But quick disclaimer, I am not a therapist or a coach, okay? I'm just a girl that likes to talk, share her experiences, make people laugh, give advice, and I like to have fun. I don't want people to come on here and think that I know everything because I definitely don't. Plus, it's my channel, so I can do what I want. Today's case file is on clinginess. Clinginess is when someone is overly attached or dependent on another person. They need constant attention, validation, or reassurance, and their world revolves around someone else.
I have to live with Sadie or I'll die. And I'll break out in hives. It's true.
V sent in this comment a couple weeks ago on my right person, wrong time video. Now V's been struggling with being overly clingy in a relationship. Put a finger down if you've been there. Yeah. Let's investigate why clinginess happens, its impact on us and our relationships, and also I'm going to give you 5 tips to overcome your clinginess and work towards confidence so that you're not going to be constantly needing reassurance or validation from a person and you can actually build healthy connections with people. So why do we get clingy? I think one of the biggest reasons is an insecure attachment style, probably anxious. When you're anxiously attached, you feel this need to control the relationship so it matches what you have in your head. You start picking up on every little mood shift in your partner, and if they're not happy, you feel inadequate.
Let me do the dishes.
It's okay. I can do it myself.
It's almost ironic because in trying to gain control, you end up giving it all to this other person. And if you feel like you need validation because you're insecure, I get it, okay? I used to be the queen of anxious attachment styles, and attachment styles or attachment theory could be a whole nother video in itself, so let's move on to reason number 2. You lack self-worth or your sense of self, so you want others to define your worth for you.
Show me to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel.
Reason number 3. You're putting this person on a pedestal and idolizing them. When you idolize a person, you see them as shiny and think that they're better than you. You feel lucky to even have them in your life, so you don't want to do anything that could mess up the relationship.
I lost all sense of who I was. I only had eyes for pudding.
Reason number 4. You fear abandonment, have past trauma, or some experience from a previous relationship that's caused you to be codependent.
What are you talking about? You want me to go away? I can't. No, I can't just leave you.
I know.
We can't be apart. You can't leave me. You just can't say stuff like that to me. Ever.
Reason number 5. You depend on external validation to feel good instead of validating yourself from within.
Hi, Troy.
Now those are just 5 possible reasons for why you could be clingy, but I don't have all the answers and I cannot tell you why you're clingy. That's for you to figure out. If none of those reasons resonated with you though, I would recommend writing out your feelings in your journal or in your notes app, or even talking to a therapist or coach. Doing this can help you get to the root of your clinginess. Now, coming from someone who has been clingy to others and has also experienced clinginess from others, let's talk about the impact it can have on us and our relationships. Let's use Hachi from Nana as an example. When Hachi gets clingy, she loses her sense of self because she's so focused on other people. She puts her passions or hobbies to the side because she now depends on a partner for her happiness. She feels helpless and lost without them.
No, I want to make him think I went home, so when he sees I actually waited for him, he'll be totally impressed with me.
That's stupid.
You don't understand what it's like to be a woman in love.
You're right, I don't. I hate all the manipulative crap that goes along with it.
Before she knows it, she's needing constant reassurance and validation from them to soothe her anxiety.
Whatever, drama queen.
And don't leave me to die.
And because she seeks validation from external sources, she now has low self-worth and a low self-esteem. And in the end, she's emotionally exhausted and stressed from all the validation seeking.
I don't want a boyfriend. I'm never falling in love again.
Now, how did this impact her relationships? Let's use Shoji as an example. Hachi's clinginess put pressure on their relationship. Her neediness made Shoji feel less attracted towards her, and he felt suffocated by her constant need for closeness and reassurance. Their relationship was imbalanced because Shoji was overwhelmed and Hachi was codependent. The pressure and strain contributed to their eventual breakup. That and because Shoji was a cheater and a walking red flag, but the breakup was foreshadowed way before the cheating happened. I see a lot of my past self in Hachi. We love Hachi. There will be no Hachi slander on this channel, but if you relate to her, your relationships will be impacted in a similar way if you continue to stay clingy. So I'm going to give you tips to overcome your clinginess and build confidence. Tip number 1. Be so for real with yourself. Put things in perspective. At the end of the day, the person that you're clinging after is literally just that, a person. So take them off that pedestal. I can almost guarantee you, I can promise you even, that they're not as special as you made them out to be, okay? You made them great in your head, and maybe they are great. Maybe you're like,
Tiara, but they are a good person. They're a great person. They're so special.
that's fine, but you should not have to lose yourself in another person's greatness. A healthy relationship should make you feel grounded and aligned with the person, and you should feel better about yourself when you're with them, not worse.
But what'll happen if you end up liking that Nana more than you like me? I think I'd die.
Tip number 2, be self-aware. Learn what triggers your clinginess and identify those behavior patterns, because you gotta know what's setting you off in order to change it. It's kind of like a reprogramming of your mind and all those limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. And also you gotta learn to set boundaries with yourself and respect other people's boundaries.
You can't just jump in here. What the hell are you thinking anyway?
But it's cool because we're both girls.
Look.
Tip number 3, strengthen your self-worth and work on validating yourself. I want you to write down your strengths and do things that make you feel good about yourself. It sounds so corny, but keep a gratitude journal. Remind yourself that you are great with and without a partner or without someone's validation. Keep doing your favorite hobbies and going after your goals so that you're fulfilled outside of your partner. Learn to validate your own feelings instead of seeking reassurance from other people. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're enough. You don't even need me to tell you, okay? I'm just here to remind you. And the next time that you feel like you're hesitating to do something because you feel like you need a second opinion from someone, stop. Do the damn thing that you want to do. Make time for yourself so that you're not losing your independence.
If you want them, buy them.
Nah, I won't.
Why not?
'Cause if you don't like them, I don't want them. There's no point in me buying them unless we're both gonna use them.
Tip number 4, challenge your negative thoughts. Literally look for evidence that contradicts them and then replace those negative thoughts with positive ones. You have more control over your mind than you think. Like if someone isn't texting you back and your first thought is, oh no, I'm so scared. Are they losing interest in me? Why did I say it in an accent? That was weird. Maybe they're just busy. Ever thought of that? Maybe they're just busy. And even if they did lose interest, why is that such a bad thing? That just means y'all aren't compatible, and that's okay. If you're the type of person that gets anxious about these things, communicate it with your partner to help you feel more secure, because your partner isn't a mind reader. They aren't always going to know how you feel, so you have to tell them how you feel in order to find a solution.
He's not even calling me back. How come?
Tip number 5, take responsibility for your own happiness. This honestly might be the hardest tip of all, but your happiness starts with you. People can contribute to our joy and add to it, but they should never be the sole source of it. When I made my ex the sole source of my happiness, I felt physically and emotionally broken when the relationship ended. That is not healthy. If you're relying on someone else to make you happy, you are giving away your power. It's literally like V put it, it's like giving someone a remote control to dictate your emotions. Self-love is not selfish. It's necessary for creating healthy relationships.
Why was I with someone who didn't really care about me? I knew from the start that Takumi didn't love me. Every time we got together, we'd go to bed and he'd say things I wanted to hear, and it felt really good to touch someone. I guess I was hoping it would turn into real love.
Let me know in the comments if you want a separate video on any of the tips I just mentioned, because I'd be willing to go more in depth on how you can implement them into your life in another video. I think it's safe to say that I solved this case, or at least I tried my best to give good advice on it, because again, not a therapist, not a coach. I'm just a girl who likes to yap in her car or her bedroom and give her 2 cents on the internet hoping to help people. Remember, You have the power to create a happy life for yourself outside of this person's image. You are enough as you are, and you don't need external validation to achieve happiness. When you're self-assured, your relationships will thrive, and confidence and independence is sexy, so stop sacrificing yourself to please other people and make them happy. It's okay to make yourself a priority, and it's also okay to want emotional support and love from others. I didn't make this video to encourage you to be hyper independent. I don't want you to be hyper independent and feel like you can't rely on anyone or you can't want love. That's not what I'm saying at all. Again, affection is very different from clinginess. Affection is healthy, neutral, it respects boundaries. Clinginess is smothering, even when you have good intentions. I've been there. I used to be the clingy girl who didn't know her worth and would set aside her needs to keep people in her life, and I refuse to be that girl again. Settling is for the birds. We don't chirp over here. We know our worth on this channel, and if you don't yet, you will soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, prove it by giving it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below if you have a topic that you want me to cover or advice you'd like me to give in a video. Your encouragement means the world to me, and it also gives me an outlet to express myself while hopefully making a positive impact. I see all your comments. I especially like the kind ones. I see the negative ones too sometimes, and I just 5 fingers to the face. And also special shout out and thank you to V for inspiring me to make this video and this little series for you guys. Hopefully my advice helped, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. 5 fingers to the face. 5 fingers to the face. 5 fingers to the face.
5 fingers to the face.
It's like that.